Hi friends, this is Gani. In this video, I'm going to explain you how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer, just like this. Okay, before going to explain you how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer, for more Tekla Structural related videos, please go to my channel, youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many Tekla Structural Designer related videos and Tekla Structural related videos. I hope these videos might be helpful to you, and at the top right corner please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when uploading new video, so please click on subscribe. Okay, let's start. Before going to explain you how to design this type of structure, let's take a new file, go to file and click on new. Yes, click on this model setting. Currently I'm using UK design code. As per your code, you can select from this list, and the remaining procedure same. Okay, then click on OK. Now go to model and click on this construction level. We're going to create the construction levels for this project. So come here and under type select here POS and insert above. Now we're going to take here, it's not a floor, so remove it and give the first floor eve level 4 meters and rename it as a first eve level, and insert above, and second one 1 meter from the eve and enter here first ridge, apex or a ridge, you can call it as a apex or ridge. Insert above, and second eve level, we're going to enter here second eve level, and from the spacing is the 3 meter from the ridge, and enter here second eve and insert above. Now we'll take 1 meter from second eve level and enter here second ridge. Okay, that's it. Now click on OK to create construction levels. Now we're going to create the grids, so click on here and select this rectangular wizard. Now click on next, and in the X direction we're going to take 5 bays, so enter here 5, and the spacing is 5 meters each bay. Then click on next. In the Y direction we're going to take 2 bays with the 6 meter spacing. Then click on next, click on finish. Okay, now click on 3D. You can see you will get like this. Okay, now we're going to create some columns, so go to the base level, click on this option and select this column. Now we're going to take up to second eve level and scroll it down. Now we're going to take UKC profile, so click on here new. Now select this advanced UKC and let's take this 254 by 89 and click on select. And now we need to change the design section order also. Click on here and click on new, scroll it down and select this UKC column and click on select. Okay, now we're going to take up to D, so drag up to D with the mouse left key and do the same procedure at here up to D grid. Okay, now scroll it up, and now we're going to change the eve level up to first eve level, the top of the column level, so drag and select here E and F grid, and at here also E and F grid, and click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to check in the 3D view. You can see you will get like this. Okay, now go to base level once again. Now we're going to create the interior column at here and here, so select this column and scroll it down, and we need to change the design section order also. UKC, select it and scroll it up, and now we're going to change the level up to second ridge. Then drag and select here. Now change up to first ridge, and now select here. Click on escape to exit the command. Now go to 3D view. You can see you will get like this. Okay, now we're going to create the rafters. So click on here frame and select this A grid along A grid, and similarly like that we're going to create at here along F grid. Click on escape to exit the command. Now click on here structural option and click on expand these frames and double click on this frame A. Okay, now select this beam. Now scroll it down. Now we're going to change here the section UKB. So click on new. Select here advanced UKB and let's take this option, then click on select. Now scroll it down and now we're going to change the design section order also UKB. So click on new. Scroll it down and select this UKB beam. Click on select. Now we're going to place the rafter. So pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here to place the rafter. Do the same procedure. Pick the first point and second point at here. Click on escape to exit the command. Now go to 3D view and check the rafter like this. Similarly like that we are going to place the rafter at here. So click on this structure and double click on this frame to create a new view, elevation view. Now we're going to create the beam. So click on this beam and scroll it down and change the design section order. Select this UKB beam and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here and pick the first point and second point. Click on escape to exit the command. Now go to 3D view. You can see you will get like this. Okay, now we're going to copy these beams. So hold the control button and select these two beams. Then right click on mouse, copy. Now pick the reference node at here and pick the new position to place the rafter where you want to place the rafter. Click on escape to exit the command. Now hold the control button and select these rafters. Now right click on mouse, select this copy option. Now we're going to pick the reference node at here and pick the new position here and at here. Okay, click on escape to exit the command. Now you will get like this rafters. Okay, now we're going to create the interior column at here. So now we're going to create the new frame. We already have the frame here. You can see frame D. So double click on this frame D to create the elevation view. So double click on this frame D. Okay, now we're going to create the frame at here. So click on here and pick the first point and second point to place the beam. Click on escape to exit the command. Now select it. Now we're going to change the angle. So click on here and select the 90 degrees and scroll it down and change the design section order also UKB and scroll it down. Now we're going to change the position also. Instead of top, make it center. Okay, that's it. Here you can see you will get like this. Click on escape. Now go to 3D view and check the position of this beam like this. Okay, similar like that we are going to change the angle of this interior column. So select it and scroll it down and under rotation option make it 90 degrees. Okay, click on escape to exit the selection and select this column and scroll it down and change the angle 90 degrees. Yeah, that's it. Now click on escape to exit the selection. Okay, now we're going to place the struts at here, eave level and ridge levels. So select this beam and scroll it down and now we're going to change the section here, section order, design section order. Scroll it down. Let's take rectangular halo section and let's take this 80/40/3. Then click on select. Similar like that we need to change the design section order also, RHS, rectangular halo section. So scroll it down and select this RHS halo. So click on select Now we're going to place this struts. So pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here, and similar like that you need to pick at ridges and eve level. Click on escape to exit the command. Now rotate like this with mouse right button and drag and select these three struts. Now right click on mouse, copy, and pick the first point at here and pick the second point to place the position like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Similarly like that we're going to place the struts in the low bay. So select this beam, and I'm going to change the design section order here. Okay, we need to change the position also. Currently we have the top. Okay, that's it, that's right. So just place the first point and second point to place like this. And click on escape to exit the command. Now drag and select this 3, right click on mouse, copy, and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here to place the struts at this location. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, now we're going to place the struts at here at the intermediate. So hold the control button and select this eve struts. So right click on mouse, copy, pick the first position here and pick the second position here and third and fourth position to place the struts. Click on escape to exit the command. Here you can see like this. Okay, now we're going to place the bracings for this structure. So click on here and select this X bracing and pick the first point and pick the second point and third and fourth point to place the bracing. Okay, similar like that we're going to place at another bay. Pick the first point and second point and third and fourth point. Now we're going to place in the wall. So pick the first point, second and third and fourth point, and here also pick the first point and second point, third and fourth point. Okay, now we're going to place in this side. Just rotate like this and pick the first point and second point, third and fourth point. Do the same procedure to place the bracings like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to copy these bracings to place at here. So just scroll it like this and drag and select here and hold the control button and select this, and hold the control button and drag and select these bracings. Okay, you can see to make sure all braces are selected in this bay. Now right click on mouse, copy, and pick the first position reference node at here and pick the second position at here to place the bracings in this bay. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, now we're going to place the bracings in this sidewall and roof. So select this X brace and pick the first and pick the second position, third and fourth position to place the bracing. Do the same procedure. Pick the first position, second, third and fourth position. Pick the first and second, third and fourth position. Pick the first and second, third and fourth position. Yeah, that's it. Then click on escape to exit the command. Now our bracings house has been created. Now we're going to create the roof panel for applying the loads on the structure at the roof. So click on here to select the roof panel option and zoom it and pick the first position and second position and third and fourth position too, and pick the initial position to place this panel, and do the same procedure. Pick the first and second and third and fourth and pick the initial position. Okay, similar like that we're going to place in this roof also. Click the first at here and pick the second, third and fourth and pick the initial position. Yeah, that's it. Then click on escape to exit the command. Okay, that's it about modeling. Now we're going to save this model, so go to home and click on save as. Just rename it TST34. You can give any name, just I'm going to give TST34 steel model. Click on save. Now click on the status, click on here. Now we're going to validate this model, so click on here model option and click on this validate. Okay, here green tick mark indicates the validation of this model. If you are not get, there is an issue with the model. Currently we don't have any issue with this model, so now we're going to proceed with the applying the loads. So click on here load and click on this load case. Okay, currently we're going to take dead load and roof load, so select this service load and rename it as a roof load. Click on here and select roof imposed and make it as a roof imposed here name. Okay, we don't require any imposed load at this moment, so you can delete this roof imposed load. Currently we are going to take only two loads, dead and roof imposed load. If you want to take another load, you can click on here add and rename it here, and you can choose from here. For example, take snow load or any other loads. Okay, currently I'm going to take only two loads, dead and roof imposed load. Then click on OK. Now I'm going to apply this load, so click on here at the bottom and select here dead load and select this option area load. Currently I'm going to take the dead load for this structure 0.5 kilonewton per square meter and pick here on each panel to apply the load on this panel. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to take roof imposed load, so click on here and select this roof imposed and select here area load and enter here 0.8 kilonewton per square meter on this structure. So click on here to select the panels to apply the load on each panel on the roof. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we have applied loads on this structure, so now we're going to take load combinations. So click on here combinations. You can create manually by using this option add. Currently I'm using automatic generate, so click on here generate as per the design code. So currently we are not going to take these options. Click on next, next, next and select this option, then click on finish. Okay, our combination has been generated. Then click on OK. Okay, loading also completed for this structure. So now we're going to save this file. So go to home and click on save as and rename it as a steel loading. Click on save. Okay, now we're going to design this structure. So click on here design and click on here show process and select this option. Click on this option design steel static. Now design process is running. Design process has been completed. Now close this window, process window. Okay, there is no issue with the structure for the columns and rafters, but there is issue with the struts. So now we're going to change the connectivity here, connection type. So click on here review and select this option fixed and pinned support. Currently we have the pin connection here, so now we're going to change into the fixed support. Just here you can see green indicates the fixed support, so click on this rafter to turn into green and it means it is a fixed support, fixed connection. So click on the each rafter to turn into fixed connection instead of pin. Select all the rafter to create fixed connection. Okay, for interior column, we're going to create the pin connection at the top. So at the top, click on here to turn into the pin connection at the top, and similar like that, we're going to change this interior column at the top pin connection like this. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to redesign once again. So click on escape. Now we're going to change the column and rafters and braces sizes and strut sizes to optimize the steel and redesign it once again. So select this column, scroll it down and click on here and go to new. Let's take the column size 305 by 97. Click on select. Now go to review and select this section and select the option. This mode is a copy, and under this option select column. Now I'm going to apply these column sizes, so select it and rotate like this and drag and select the entire columns to apply the same property to the remaining columns. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to change the column sizes, interior column size, so select it and scroll it down. Now click on here and click on here new. Let's take 254 by 73 and click on select. Now section, and now we're going to copy the column, so click on here and select the column and select this column, and I'm going to apply this column size to this interior column. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to change the rafter sizes also, so select this rafter size and scroll it down. Now let's take, click on new. Let's take 305 165 by 46. Click on select. Click on escape to exit the command. Now go to section and select this rafter. Now we're going to apply that rafter to the remaining rafters, so click on here top. Now drag and select the remaining rafters to apply the same property to the remaining rafters. Click on escape to exit the command. Now click on here. Now we're going to change this strut sizes also, so select this strut and scroll it down. Now we're going to change this strut size. Click on here new. Let's take 150 by 3 tick, then click on select. Now click on escape to exit the command. Now go to review and select this section and select this option. Now I'm going to apply this to the remaining this start, so drag and select here like this. You can select independently also. Click on here to apply the property. Do the same procedure on this side. Just click on here and drag and select like this to apply like this. Similar like that we're going to apply in the middle, so drag and select like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, use the Ctrl Z. Now no, we are not going to change this size, so click on your selection and select this size and select this. Click on that member to apply the property. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, better to change this rigid rafter size, so select this rafter, this strut, and click on drag. Click on here and click on new. Let's take 120 80 by 5 tick. Click on select. Now click on escape section, and now we're going to copy this one to remaining struts. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to change the this braces also, brace sizes, so click on here and scroll it down and enter. Now we're going to change the size of this bracing. .1 by 3.2. Click on select, click on escape to exit the command. Now click on section and click on here and select this brace. Currently we have the same size in the side bracings. At the top bracing we're going to change this rafter sizes, so click on escape and go to the top option here and place the cursor and use the down arrow on your keyboard and click on enter. Currently we have 114.3 by 5 thick, so click on here and we're going to change this size. Click on new and let's take 114.3 by 3.2. Click on select and click on escape and now select this section and here change this option here, braces, and select this option. Now we're going to apply this option to the remaining roof like this. Then click on escape to exit the command. Now go to 3D view. Now we're going to design it, so click on this design and select this design steel static. You can see all design members are passed. There is no issue with the model. You can see that's it. With these sizes you can design this structure like this. Now there is no issue with this structure members, any member. So now we're going to take the report, so click on here report and click on here and select this material list and click on show report. Zoom it. You can see currently we have the 15,192 kgs. You can export into the Excel format also. Just click on here Excel, click on S, click on here. You can see you will get like this the material list entire structure in Excel format. Okay, whole structure weight is the 15,192 kgs like this. Okay, you can take remaining reports also. Just go to report and click on here and you can take building design and you can take beam end forces and bracing forces and scroll it down. You can take foundation reactions also from here. Just select here foundation reaction, click on show report. You'll get foundation reactions like this. Okay, just export into the Excel or Word or PDF format as you require. Okay, you can check the deflections and everything, so right click on here under 3D review and select this result view. Under here let's take the dead load or roof imposed load. You can take any load and then you can take the combination also. Just click on here, so select the and click on here and select the combination, any kind of combination, and click on here axial forces. You can see these are axial forces for along with the text. Then click on here forces. You'll get the forces along with the text like this. Click on here and select the shear measure. You'll get like this. You can take moment also like this along with the text. If you don't require any text, then click on here to remove the text. You can take the deflection also. Just select this deflection and click on here to remove this result view, and you can see now we have the deflection of the structure like this. Just select this deflection option. Okay, click on here to deflection text or values. Here you'll get like this. Okay, once again click on here to remove the text. Once again click on here to remove the deflection like this. Okay, you can change the load values here, and if you want to use the dead load and imposed load, then click on here and you can choose from in this list. Okay, that's it about how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer. For click on here, right click on mouse, use this structural view to get like this. Okay, click on here and select this none. you'll get like this. Okay, that's it about how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer. If you like this video, please like it and share it. If you have any doubts, please comment below. For more Tekla Structural Designer related videos, please go to my channel youtube.com/GhaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find so many Tekla Structural Designer related videos. I hope these videos might be helpful to you. And at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when I upload a new video. So please click on subscribe. Okay, thank you.